IBRX just went up 15% to nearly $7 on the first trading day of the week. But hold up. What if I told you none of this actually matters right now? Would you believe me? The price climbing today? It's just noise. Between now and the next big event, the stock could swing wildly either way. And if it goes down 15% or even 30%, I'm still wildly bullish. The real money gets made when the catalyst hits. And in this video, I'm going to look at 6 different catalysts that you should be aware of that can move the price way above 15%. So stick around. I'm going to give you my conviction on why I'm still all in long term, whether the price goes up 15% or down 40%. Drop a yes if you agree, drop a no if you don't agree, but like, subscribe, and comment and share this with your friends. What is up, IBRX family? This is the Macro Ghost coming to you with an IBRX update. It's always good to come back to IBRX. I don't want to have overkill, but I do want to cover it maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, so that I can get the word out, the family can grow, the awareness of a cancer treatment, a legitimate cancer treatment can grow, and we can all see this implemented globally so that our parents, our family, can get a treatment and even a cure, and then we can make a little bit of money as well, because a win-win is greater than a win, right? So IBRX closed at 6.93. It's been in a consolidation for quite a while. This is a 5-day chart. Let me go to a monthly. I just love Yahoo. I love Yahoo just because it presents the data so well. And you see the volume here. That's our big move. And then, of course, we pull back and everybody panics, right? But the pullbacks in a stock like this, a commercialized stock like this, is not for panic. It's for buying. I did buy some at 5.5. I also wrote puts, which is essentially buying the stock. I'm collecting a premium for people that are betting against the stock, and I'm collecting that premium. So yeah, it's great to see when things consolidate like this. I'm very comfortable in this consolidation on this low volume here. You see how the volume spikes up really high and on the big move, and then it kind of drops into low volume. That's IBRX figuring itself out. And what do I mean? As I said in previous videos, can come down to 5 or even 4.5 or 4 on low volume, and I would just be buying more. I'd be getting more bullish because I've been in this stock for so long. I know from a financial perspective, I know what's coming. And then luckily for me, I have a physician, a doctor in the family that says, okay, this, and this are coming on the clinical and commercialization side to be aware of. So from the financials, I'm covered. From the commercialization of the stock, I'm covered. And so I feel really good about buying here. And then when it goes up 15%, my portfolio loves that. I love that. My portfolio doesn't love it. My portfolio is up, but I love it. So we're going to go into the why. Why is this up? You know, people ask, why is it moving? The first thing I do when I'm discovering why is I look right down below here. 7 days ago, absolutely unrecent. Doesn't move price. News like this will not move price, okay? And then what I'll do is I'll go to my E-Trade account, my actual funding account, and I will look for even different news. Maybe Yahoo didn't cover it. These 10 stocks from Benzinga. And again, 8 days old, so they don't have anything. So if we go to a 5-day here, let's actually pull it up here. I mean, the chart looks really good, but the chart aside, I want to tell you, if the stock was down 15% yesterday, I would be right here with you, more excited than ever because I'd be buying. Excuse me, I'm sick today. In sickness or in health, I'm coming to you with IBRX content, but it's hard for me to speak. Anyway, I'm going to get through this quickly and hopefully with value so that you guys can share it with your friends. We are at a point of control, a supply-demand fight here. And if we expand this, we look at this great volume. This is the volume that you want to see in a big move. Now, is it going to keep going up? Well, to me, if there's no news, no. It's going to go up to this point of control here, probably reject. I'm just being logical because look at the volume. Probably reject, probably come back down and scare people. And of course, that would make me excited. Can it go up? Absolutely. I can be wrong. Okay? So I'm not an oracle. I'm not God. I'm Sheikh. I don't know tomorrow. It can absolutely go up on low volume. I'm saying in my experience, I don't think it will. But I love when it goes up because there's more buyers than sellers. That's great for us, right? To add value to this show, this video, and the Gaussian on the daily flipped, but let's go to the weekly. A little bit better of a view, right? A little bit better. So you see this point of control, this supply-demand fight, and the volume kind of going down on the weeks succeeding the event, which was the 700% year-on-year event. So that drove the price and speculation way up. But what I'm going to do today to add value is this. I'm going to tell you guys the events that are coming to look forward to, and that's going to drive the price way more than a 15% move. Let's start with the FDA papillary approval, which right now, since late January, it's resubmitted. So the potential FDA feedback acceptance on the papillary BLA resubmission submitted late January, early February is in its window. So when do I expect that? I expect that this month or next month. And the volatility behind this will be very, very high. Why will it be high? Because this is the big one. The CIS is the small bladder cancer treatment. The papillary is the more prevalent one. And it's the highest binary risk reward, direct regulation outcome on label expansion. My opinion is that it's the highest binary risk reward scenario of the 6 here. And I predict 50 to 100% because logically the short float is way too high. So my AI is going to say 17 to 26% surges. I don't agree with that. I would say it's closer to 50 to 100% move on papillary reward from the FDA. Papillary is approved, or papillary is strongly suggested. Good language behind papillary, this thing goes up another 50 to 100%, in my opinion, based on logic, based on its volatility, based on speculation, and based on a 36% share of the supply that is short. Also, the ASCO Symposium is coming end of February, also a high volatility event. It's a major oncology, urology conference, strong data, complete response rates, durability, often sparks 20 to 40% runs in other biotech. I would assign this maybe a double to other biotech because this is so serious. This is a cancer treatment, a highly effective cancer treatment. I don't want to say a cure, but it does cure a lot of people. I would say a highly, highly effective cancer treatment and potential cure. So this ASCO can ignite volatility to the upside. Of course, this can all be volatility to the downside. I'm just not going to focus on that. I'm going to say this is approved. I'm going to say there's good stuff coming, not because I'm an optimist, but because I've been in this stock so long that I'm confident that this is what's going to happen, okay? I'm not an optimist. I'm a realist. Earnings, I want to specify this. There's going to be an early March and an early May earnings for Q4, Q1 and Q4 of last year. And I want to say that earnings isn't going to drive the value of the stock as much as FDA papillary or FDA lung cancer, Saudi FDA lung cancer. It's not going to do it. Why is it not going to do it? Like a Google or a Microsoft? Because IBRX is a $7 billion company right now. If revenue grows from 113 million a quarter to 250 million a quarter, that's double. But all that is already baked into the market cap. I guarantee you. This is a cancer treatment and cure. They're projecting 5 years, 10 years out. So earnings could be good, and it would drive up the stock 15 to 25, 5 to 10%. In my opinion, it's not going to be the major catalyst. The QUILT also, a binary event, 10 to 25%. It's just my opinion, is these go from high to low, and the AUA, good for building on prior data, but farther out and often muted unless blockbuster reveals. Again, we're talking about blockbuster stuff here. So with the lack of blockbuster information, you'll see this types of move. With blockbuster information, you will see 50, 100, 200, 400% moves. Yeah, that's possible in biotech land. So going back to my chart here, I really like this box that I've drawn because the box is at levels. There's a level right here where it topped out, it wicked above it, but came back in. And there's a level below where we should see some support at these levels right here. These are supply-demand levels from the past, and we're looking to flip that into support. Does it mean that they will hold? No. But I'm looking for it to consolidate in this range until one of these events come. And guess what, guys? They're not far away. So this is the real catalyst of price movement, and that's what I wanted to communicate to you. So for today, enjoy your gains, 15%, wonderful, $7. I'm a trader. I might want to sell some here and then buy back at 550, but I'm not going to. But that's just my mind working in the machination that it moves in. Moving 15% on no news to me is like, oh, okay, let me take some profits. But I don't encourage that with you guys. Just wait for some down days, accumulate, and then enjoy the ride to 200 billion, 1 trillion cap, because it's coming and cancer is going to be obliterated. Thank you so much, guys. Like, subscribe, comment if you like this video, share it on Reddit, share it on X. That's how we grow this community. Have a great week.